Hey Steve, how are you? Another sale, another month. We're going to give you a quick brief run through the middle of the sale. This is a magnificent bronze by William McMoney's, beautiful patinated from a local estate, great size, standing on top of a magnificent bronze mounted figural table, Egyptian revival, potentially a replaced top unfortunately. As usual, we have gone with the trend of the market. We are very focused on mid-century and decorative this sale, so you won't see a lot of brown wood. However, we have the likes of these Milo Bauman upholstered club chairs. We have this magnificent blonde wood chest. We have two pianos in this bale, one of which is this one, which is Joseph Berger from Vienna, magnificent burl walnut cabinet. Even as a decorative item, it's beautiful. And we're going to come into the main room here, Steve. I'm going to let you focus around the room because so many things and too little time to mention. We'll let you focus around the room first. As you can see when you're panning the room, we have very, very decorative load this sale. We've got genuine mid-century, but we've also got some contemporary designer maker stuff by Holly Hunt and other good designers that we've taken in because the market is accepting these. The secondary market now is getting quite strong on this. We've even taken some upholstered furniture, but just because it's so magnificent and the original price on it was huge. It was hardly ever used. It came from a Long Island estate. However, let's start with the vintage first. We have this, what is possibly a Geoponti bar, beautiful with the brass legs. We have this pair of quite rare Danish modern stools. Over here we have a patinated metal table, freeform by Silas Ciandel. We have this nice mid-century couch and day bed. Over here we have a pair of lacquer and faux decorated club chairs by James Mont. A lamp here by Carl Springer. Here's a beautiful little set of 3 nesting tables, also by James Mont, in the same pattern as the chairs. Moving right along here on the contemporary level, we have this magnificent ostrich upholstered chair and ottoman. We have this bronze mid-century round table. Then we have this sofa, which is possibly by Vladimir Kagan, beautiful free-form sofa. Over here we have a magnificent Knoll Saarinen table. We have this very decorative chair by Holly Hunt. And for all of those people, all our customers that have daughters that they want to treat to a good thing, we have this magnificent, luscious pink pair of cabinets, made especially as a homage to Elvis by a consignor. He actually decorated his house for his wife with Elvis in mind, and he made these beautiful cabinets. Over here we have what I think is a magnificent cabinet. Look at this with the nice zebra front wood, beautiful white lacquer. This table here is a card table by Holly Hunt, with 4 Billy Haynes style chairs. Here we have a Shire porcelain mid-century lamp. As you're panning around, there's too many things to notice, so I'm sure the camera's going to catch a lot of them. We have this magnificent pair of Seb's porcelain urns, bronze mounted, beautifully decorated pair of urns. We have a lot of Asian furniture and porcelains in this sale. We have these 2 little Asian pedestals. We have this beautiful leather upholstered mid-century chair and ottoman. We don't know who it is, Barcelona style, but it's not who it is. The market will dictate who it is. Back to pianos, we have a beautiful Steinway Model M piano. Baby Grand came from an estate in Long Island, an old Irish family. They were the Murphy Stout brewer family. They had a big estate in Long Island, and we have a lot of their items, including paintings. This beautiful table here is a snakeskin upholstered table by Carl Springer. Great condition from an East 79th Street Manhattan estate. We have this beautiful table and burl walnut table here with these 6 chairs. It's in the style of Vladimir Kagan. We don't believe it is, we believe it's European. And we have this contemporary cabinet here, lacquered with a beautiful lacquered front. Just magnificent, ready to go into your house for the people who don't want the antique but want the look. It's great. We've that Japanese incense burner over in the corner. We've stuff sprinkled everywhere. We've some Italian furniture. As usual, we've got a lot of rugs on the floor. We've got lucite end tables. Too much to mention. So with that, I'm going to hand you over to Bruce, our other appraiser, who's going to try and fill you in with some more things, and you'll be meeting Nelia for the first time later. Thank you.
Hi, Steve. To continue our walkthrough through the gallery today, we have a beautiful dining room set, carved and inlaid, dining room table, a hutch, marble top server, matching mirror, and a wonderful little marble top commode. Quite a complete set in all original condition. And here a 19th century marble after a Roman antique, I guess. Socrates or somebody like that. And a really wonderful turn of the century American train model, quite large and very well made. To continue on to some more furniture. An Edwardian satinwood, original paint decorated little sewing cabinet, magnificent condition. An American bow front, Hepplewhite bow front chest of drawers on high feet. And really the nicest continental commode that we've had in quite a while. Block inlay with a parrot, all original condition. And here, a turn of the century hall clock that was presented to the father of the consignor with a little plaque down here, a presentation plaque. And a stunning 19th century bleached walnut or bleached rosewood center table, magnificently veneered. Two Chinese, from two different estates, two similar Chinese planters, porcelain planters, go together very well. Now we're in the Smalls room, starting off with a huge collection of Balique porcelain to be sold in large lots, literally 40, 50 pieces per lot. And to start off with some Asian items out of a New Rochelle house, some little Japanese plates signed, quite nice. And here a very large jade plaque in a brass box, but I think it's just the jade plaque that they're interested in these days. Some other Asian ivories and some hard stones here, a little newer, but a jade censer. Covered jar missing its lid. A nice group of cut crystal, bronze-mounted cut crystal. This is being sold by itself, and this is one lot. An mid-century I.M. Hoff table clock retailed by Saks. A very good quality Chinese table screen with carved ivory plaques. 2 sections, that's all it ever had. It's a complete screen. Some late 18th or early 19th century pearlware or Staffordshire figures. Maybe it's Milton, a pair, quite large. And a very good selection of little silver boxes, including this enameled one that's probably Russian. It's got small marks on the inside that I couldn't really figure out what they were, but it's a beautiful box. It goes with this other group of 5 items, an enameled silver box, another enameled silver box, and then another lot of 3 enameled silver items, all from the same house in New Rochelle. A nice collection of small bronzes. After the antique, most of these are Barbedian, signed Barbedian. And then this is a beautiful two patina, double patina bronze of a deco woman, nude. More Asian, including 2 nice pieces of Satsuma, Japanese Satsuma, signed. A lot of 3 hardstone Asian lamps, including this pair, probably quartz, and this falcon or hawk. And to get off Asian for a moment, an important pair of Keith Haring lamps. We have the bases, the original bases in the other showcase. Silk screen on glass. And back to Asian, a very unusual pair of rose medallion spill vases, 19th century, but they're signed, which is highly unusual for rose medallion. A nice lot of oriental ivories, although surely this little box, snuff box, is European, possibly 17th century, but it goes with these Asian ivories. A stunning little piece of silver and enamel mounted Lotz glass, as nice as you can hope for. Not signed Lotz, but most of it isn't. Sort of Austrian secessionist design. And some of our most beautiful things in this auction are by E.F. Caldwell out of New York City, turn of the century, 20s, including this little clock with an ivory dial, gilt bronze, marble with an inscribed ivory dial, signed twice, E.F. Caldwell. Back with the Asian items is a group of 4 blank de Chine figures, but I think this pair in particular might be quite good and early. They've got that blue tinge that you find on early stuff. And here from an estate in Long Island, 6 Chinese lamps, including this Celadon, 2-color Celadon one with a dragon motif. This carved Celadon one, unfortunately, this has a hairline in it, blue. And then some blank de Chine examples. Probably these are 20th century here. And here a very early Chinese cloisonne. It's now a lamp. I'm sure it was something else originally, that's being sold with a gilt bronze Buddha. And just to end today's walkthrough with our normal amount of sterling silver, including trophies, from an estate in Great Neck. 3 trophies, 1 lot, 1940, beautiful sterling trophies. We hope to see you at the auction.
Hi, I'm Nelia Moore. I'm a fine art appraiser here at Clarke Auction, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what's coming up on our June 4th auction. We start at 5:30 p.m. We have a great collection of paintings from this sale from all over the world. I'll start here by showing you this beautiful Angel Botello oil on masonite, believed to be relatives, possibly Angel Botello's daughters, important Spanish Puerto Rican artist. You can see the colors in it are quite strong and beautiful. With a little bit of cleaning, it should really pop. We have another important Latin artist here, Jose Antonio Davila. Also a great painting, has only come up for auction a few times. We have this one at an auction estimate of $5,000 to $7,000. We hope it will take off. There is another Latin still life in the other room that we'll get to a bit later. Another relevant work here is this Jansom. Beautiful painting of fruit vendors estimated at $6,000 to $9,000. You can see in very good condition. He's also a very important Armenian-American painter. And then moving on to this wall, we have a very important American artist, William Holbrook Beard. You can see this is quite a nice scene. He is a painter of animals in general. You can see there are details in here that will also clean up quite nicely. We also have this beautiful Russian pastel. We just identified the artist, Chekmanikov. Don't mean to butcher the name there. We just identified that today, so hopefully that will do very well. We also have over here a Ben Foster, also American painter. in an original Newcomb Macklem frame, so that should also turn out to be a nice find. It was in a filthy old filthy old home in Long Island, and was just sitting on a couch, completely unassuming, and we pulled it up, dusted it off, and turned out to be a nice painting. We also have an American painting by Blake Locke down here. Also a small treasure, but we expect that to do well. Take you into the back room. Oh, you know, before we go there, we do have several African American pieces in this sale, including this Wimberley 1972 mixed media collage. He has not come up at auction, not sold at auction yet, but you can find him in a lot of the contemporary and modern galleries with very high prices. So we're giving this one a shot, and we think it should take off. We have several of these by Moravich, Israeli artist. This is one abstract. There are, I believe, 3 more pieces by this artist in this sale for all of our Israeli buyers. This little piece right here, which I'll show you, an original case, a small miniature on ivory or possibly bone by Charles Wilson Peale. Unsigned, but you can see we have the original case and label. Okay, moving on. To round off our collection of African American pieces in this sale, we have 2 works here by A.C. Hollingsworth. Very charming paintings, also in very good condition. And lastly, we have a work up here, an interesting work, but by Walter Cade III. We've sold his pieces in the past, also African American painter. Something new and interesting are these 2 Esca Smythes. We have 2 here, beautiful paintings. We have 2 abstract, both signed on the back. We think they're probably mid-century. Relatively unknown artist, but we think she'll be highly collectible. We also have important portraits by female American artist Cecil Clarke Davis. You can see this is a beautiful one in nice original condition. These came out of an old Long Island home. There's actually a second portrait by her right over here of a gentleman, kind of blocked by this urn, but also very nice quality. And in addition to that, we have a very well-painted and interesting historical scene. We think it may be Chicago. This is also by Cecil Clarke Davis. Her hometown was of Chicago. It's called The Custom. Different from what you see coming up for her, but may have some historical significance. And actually from that same home in Long Island, may be difficult to see behind the glass, but this beautiful 17th, possibly 18th century portrait. Terrific quality, does have some damage, but still, you know, otherwise the background has some in-painting and some losses, but her face, overall hands are still in relatively good condition. And over here we have a charming genre scene by British artist Wainwright, 1909 watercolor called Maternal Love, with exhibition and gallery labels on the verso. So it should be an important work. And here we have 2 portraits of Henry Hull playing Jeter Lester in the very famous Broadway production of Tobacco Road. Very well executed portraits. And that about wraps up the highlights But of course, there are many more pieces here, as you can see around me, but you'll have to come to our viewing and the auction to see the rest of it. Thank you so much.